I'm Devorah Wallen, and I'd like to share my Tea for Two, my Torah thought, for 2 minutes, more or less. This week's Torah portion is named Yisro, after the righteous convert and father-in-law of Moshe. Yisro, after seeing God's wonders in redeeming the Jewish people, aligned himself with them and encouraged Moshe, guiding and supporting him in many ways. In this parsha, we receive the 10 Commandments. Because of this special Shabbos reading, whenever possible, it's customary to listen to the Torah in the synagogue. Then again on Shavuos, we read the 10 Commandments in Shul, commemorating the time of the giving of the Torah. I would like to focus on a section that comes just before the reading of the 10 Commandments. The verse says, "Having journeyed from Rephidim, they arrived at the wilderness of Sinai, and they encamped in the wilderness. And Israel encamped there at the mountain." It repeats the word encamped in both phrases. However, the plural of they encamped, vayachanu, changes in the next phrase to vayichan in the singular. It or he as a collective singular noun encamped. Rashi, quoting the Mechilta, discusses this interesting grammatical anomaly and says the singular form implies ke'ish echad belev echad. We were unified like one person with one heart and intention. He goes on to explain that at all other encampments there was dissension and disunity. But prior to receiving the Torah, we were at one with each other, Hashem, and His Torah. Because we were undivided, we were worthy of receiving the Torah. The Midrash and Zohar say, Yisrael v'oraisa v'kucha brichu chad. The Jews, the Torah, and the Holy One, blessed be He, are one. The unity of these three entities is very significant. You may be aware, many Jews say the Shema Yisrael prayer a few times daily. Shema, listen, the watchword of our faith, proclaims, "The Lord is our God, the Lord is one." It is a regular mindful prompt to connect with the oneness of Hashem and the unifying principles of His universe, that which we have in common versus that which divides us. The word for one, echad, is a fascinating word. Spelled Aleph, Ches, and Daled, the Aleph in Gematria is 1, signifying God is one. Ches is 8, representing the 7 heavens and the earth. Daled is 4, which corresponds to the 4 directions. This means that God's oneness permeates the 7 heavens and the earth and the 4 directions, everywhere. Additionally, if we add up the gematria of the word echad, 1, it has a numerical equivalent of 13. On its own, 13 is a significant number to possibly be discussed in another time. But echad has the same gematria as the word ahava, which means love. This again demonstrates God's love for His people and the intrinsic bond He has with us by granting us the Torah, His will, and wisdom. It also shows the necessity of finding common bonds for having love. In our complex and polarized world, may we be increasingly able to focus on what we have in common and that which unifies us. Through our cooperation, may we soon be worthy of the next big revelation, the coming of Mashiach. As the prophet Zechariah proclaims, Bayom hahu yehiyeh Hashem echad u'shemo echad. On that day, Hashem will be one and His name will be one.